Love, in its purest form, is a powerful force that can transform lives, mend broken hearts, and create bonds that withstand the test of time. However, to experience this depth of love, one must cultivate certain disciplines. According to Tony Robbins, a renowned life coach and motivational speaker, there are 5 essential disciplines that form the foundation of lasting and meaningful love. These disciplines go beyond mere feelings. They are principles to live by, guiding us in our relationships with ourselves and others. Let's dive into these 5 disciplines of love and explore how they can elevate your life. 1. Unconditional love and compassion. The first discipline is unconditional love and compassion. True love is not contingent on someone meeting our expectations or behaving in a certain way. It is a commitment to love without conditions, to give without the expectation of receiving something in return. This kind of love is powerful because it allows us to see beyond the flaws and imperfections of others, focusing instead on their intrinsic worth. Unconditional love is deeply rooted in compassion. It's about putting yourself in someone else's shoes and understanding their struggles, pains, and fears. When you practice compassion, you open your heart to others, creating a safe space where they can be their true selves. This fosters trust and intimacy, which are the cornerstones of any healthy relationship. In essence, unconditional love and compassion require us to let go of our ego and embrace a higher level of empathy. When we love unconditionally, we empower others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that can transform not only our relationships but also our world. 2. Absolute courage and vulnerability. The second discipline of love is absolute courage and vulnerability. Love demands courage because it requires us to open ourselves up to the possibility of pain, rejection, and disappointment. However, it is only through vulnerability that we can connect deeply with others. Tony Robbins emphasizes that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but rather a demonstration of strength. It takes immense courage to reveal our true selves, to share our fears, insecurities, and deepest desires. When we are vulnerable, we allow others to see who we really are, without the masks and facades that we often use to protect ourselves. This level of honesty creates a strong foundation for intimacy. When you are vulnerable, you invite others to do the same, leading to deeper connections and a more profound sense of love. Remember, courage and vulnerability go hand in hand. One cannot exist without the other. By embracing both, you create an environment where love can flourish. 3. Knowing the truth. The third discipline is knowing the truth. In any relationship, honesty is crucial. However, this discipline goes beyond just being honest with others. It's about knowing and acknowledging the truth within yourself. Knowing the truth involves self-awareness, understanding your needs, desires, and boundaries. It requires you to be in tune with your emotions and recognize when something is not right. Often, we avoid the truth because it can be uncomfortable or even painful to confront. But ignoring the truth only leads to further complications and misunderstandings. Tony Robbins teaches that knowing the truth is about seeking clarity. It's about asking yourself the hard questions and being willing to face the answers, no matter how difficult they may be. When you know the truth, you can approach your relationships with a clear mind and heart, making decisions that are aligned with your values and true self. 4. Telling yourself the truth. Closely linked to knowing the truth is the discipline of telling yourself the truth. It's one thing to be aware of the truth, but it's another to be honest with yourself about it. We often deceive ourselves to avoid discomfort or to maintain a sense of control. However, self-deception only leads to more pain in the long run. Telling yourself the truth requires brutal honesty. It means acknowledging your flaws, admitting when you're wrong, and accepting the reality of your situation. This discipline is about being transparent with yourself, recognizing your limitations, and understanding your motivations. Tony Robbins highlights the importance of this discipline because it forms the basis of personal integrity. When you tell yourself the truth, you align your actions with your values, creating a life that is authentic and fulfilling. It's about living in congruence with your true self, which ultimately leads to healthier and more honest relationships with others. 5. Giving freedom. The fifth and final discipline is giving freedom. Love is not about possession or control. It's about allowing the other person to be who they truly are. Giving freedom means letting go of the need to change or manipulate others to fit your expectations. It's about respecting their autonomy and supporting their growth, even if it takes them in a direction different from your own. This discipline is particularly challenging because it requires us to relinquish control. However, true love cannot thrive in an environment of restriction or coercion. By giving freedom, you create a space where love can grow organically without the constraints of fear or insecurity. Tony Robbins believes that giving freedom is the ultimate expression of love. It's about trusting the other person enough to let them be themselves, knowing that your love is strong enough to withstand any changes or challenges that may arise. When you give freedom, you show that your love is not conditional on someone conforming to your ideals, but rather, it is based on a deep respect for their individuality. The 5 disciplines of love as outlined by Tony Robbins: unconditional love and compassion, absolute courage and vulnerability, knowing the truth, telling yourself the truth, and giving freedom are not just principles to be understood, they are practices to be lived. By embodying these disciplines, you can create relationships that are not only deep and meaningful but also resilient and enduring. Love, as Tony Robbins teaches, is a journey of self-discovery and growth. It challenges us to be our best selves and to connect with others on a profound level. By practicing these disciplines, you can unlock the full potential of love in your life, creating bonds that are built on trust, honesty, and mutual respect. In the end, love is not just something you feel, it's something you do. It's a commitment to living with integrity, courage, and compassion, not just for others, but for yourself as well. By embracing these disciplines, you can cultivate a love that is truly transformative, one that will enrich your life and the lives of those around you.